doing just dandy, just fine. You get to sit through a little critique of the Titanfalls by me, from me to you. To begin, I will do so with the pilot loadouts. I loved the pilot loadouts in the first one. It was more of a list, yes, but I enjoyed the simplicity, and I enjoyed it not being so Call of Duty like the second one has become. I enjoyed the difference and uniqueness that Titanfall, the first one, gave to the person who was playing, as well as the slight customization of the weapons, which is still available in the second one, but I will admit, it does not bother me as much as some other things about the game. So, that being said, the Titanfall loadouts are not as bad as I want to critique on other things.
Okay, so let's go to pilot loadouts now. Alright, so we're at pilot loadouts now. Custom Pilot 1. As you can see, it's more of a list structured type of how to get weapons and such like that, which I don't think is a bad thing, and as I said before, it's a unique way to get to your weaponry and all that, rather than the Call of Duty style that Titanfall 2 has. Okay, and so right off the bat, we can already see how the multiplayer main menu already looks like infinite fucking warfare. Okay, so I gotta customize pilot. As I said, extremely Call of Duty-esque. I didn't say that completely, literally like I just said right now, but this is Call of Duty right here. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad way to do it, but it is a little more strangely organized than past Call of Duties, but it has, you know, what the frag grenade is, the weapons, the options for that weapon, the secondary, the options for that. It's very much like Call of Duty. I don't think I have a problem with this. I don't have a problem with this. I just preferred a change, and Titanfall used to be a change, and now it's just the same old thing.
Next are the Titan loadouts, which I have the biggest problem with, because frankly, they took everything away from the Titan loadouts that were in the first Titanfall, and replaced them with certain specifics that had to be, and were required to only be in the second, for the 6 different chassis you are able to obtain. Of the 6 chassis, it's just 2 different kinds of the 3 of them from the original game, with specific weaponry and everything else, and the only true customization you get are the kits and the appearance of the chassis, which really takes a lot of the fun away if you can hardly look at it yourself. Realizing this isn't a third-person game, my point is, they took out the personalization of the Titan weaponry and put it into how the nose looks!
Adding on to that are the Titan classes, to which you are able to, well, customize your Titan. Maybe in Titanfall 2, not with appearance necessarily, but, well, you can change the Titan weapon here to whatever you want, within a certain level, obviously. Also, within Titanfall, you have to buy everything. You don't just earn it through your leveling up. You have to purchase certain items or weapons. I don't like that. I'm just adding that in right now. But for the Titan customization, for the Titan customization, you're able to change your weapon. Very simple thing that Titanfall 2 for some reason has let me down with a whole lot. I have a grudge with Titans on Titanfall 2, as you can clearly tell from my description from how I loved the first one's Titan so much. You see here, as I explained previously, just a few seconds ago really, there are 6. The Ion, Scorch, Northstar, Ronin, Tone, and Legion. They are basically 2 of each of the original types of Titans, each of the Titan chassis. I'm not saying they're bad necessarily, but look at this. You cannot change.
You cannot change
the weapons. You can change the Titan kit. Ooh, lovely. Ooh, lovely. Ooh, lovely. Oh, only 2? Well, fuck me. Either way, as you can see, there is little to no customization. Oh, but wait. The nose art, which I have not unlocked any of, which I don't care to, because why the fuck would I give a shit about the fucking nose when I can have a different fucking weapon? They have basically generalized and specified each type of Titan with the weapon, and that's where I really grind gears, because in the first one it was perfect and lovely that we could choose whatever weapon we wanted. Maybe they didn't want to do that in this multiplayer because it was too simple, it was easier, I don't know. But my point is that that kind of sucks.
I think it's more the multiplayer part of it, the actual gameplay. Titanfall 1 had these wonderful things called burn cards, in which you could use 3 of them during the gameplay to benefit yourself. You can choose or auto-refill. It was a wonderful thing. Given, I think that at least during Prestiging, you should have been able to use more than 3 per game, especially if you have earn many burn cards per session. But that was better than what the second one did, and not having them whatsoever, which is a dapper piss off, because frankly, they were pretty damn good motherfucking things to have.
I mentioned the burn cards because they are a huge help in being able to play, and they're just fun to use and have the little oomph against your enemy or whoever you might be against. I think that's a great thing to have, and I hope that maybe in future games they will bring them back in.
First thing I noticed was that, not a bad thing necessarily, that you have vibrations now, which is not a bad thing, as I just said a couple seconds ago, but that makes the controller die a lot more quickly once you play. If you're on PC, you're PC, whatever. Now, moving, the wall running, and everything else with that, with the pilot movement is pretty much a lighter version of Call of Duty. I realize that I mentioned Call of Duty a lot to compare to this game, but in all honesty, how could I not? And even though the back of the first one does say that it was created by the people who created Call of Duty, I understand that, but in all honesty, the second one does not say that and feels a lot more like Call of Duty than the first one.
And so I hope that with this, you can see how the movements of the game are slightly different than the second one. The first one, the first one has a lot more leniency. And by leniency, I mean flexibility, movement, and all that. Well, the second one does have that. It's still extremely Call of Duty, more as if it is more a lighter Call of Duty, as I will explain. The
Speaking of the movements now, the hip firing, the vertical is a lot more different. Along with the moving, the hip firing mechanism is a lot more of a... I'm not sure if it's more of a convenience or not, really. I don't have too much of a critique about that, but it is different. Not terrible. But I'm just mentioning that because, frankly, I can.
Okay, so right now, you might be able to tell, at least with the aiming feature, the hip firing mechanic that goes into it, as I've explained before. I'm going to talk about that first, even though there's not much to say about it. But I will say, there is still the leniency, as I explained, first of all and foremost. So I will go back to myself now in real life.
Continuing on, I must say that they also got rid of a few more things that were some of my favorites, like Big Punch. They also got rid of my favorite anti-Titan weapon, which was the Sidewinder. And the closest thing I can have to that now is the grenade launcher from the first one. You can only shoot 2 grenades at a time.
This is the only anti-Titan weapon I can now use because it's the closest thing that I have to what they got rid of as the Sidewinder. And frankly, it cannot kill a Titans for shit.
Just so disappointing. I must say, over all this critique of Titanfall 2, comparing it to the first one, I must say, the campaign is fucking amazing, and I will definitely keep playing it on hard mode because I beat it on normal because it was just that amazing. I don't usually play campaigns more than once, but this one was exquisite. Titanfall 2's multiplayer pretty much turned into Call of Duty itself. pretty much destroying every good part about Titanfall and turning it into a heap of bullshit like Call of Duty has become already and has been for quite a lot of time now. Spawn, please. If you ever think of doing a third, please respond. If you ever think of doing a third Titanfall game, please. This is coming from someone who loved the first one more than any other multiplayer game. No, but seriously, it's the only multiplayer game I'd actually play by myself, because I loved it so much. Please, Spawn, make a game unique that is not like Call of Duty. Keep like Titanfall 1, keep like the original. You ruined the multiplayer by removing every good aspect about the first one. I'll say it again because I said it before. As for videos, I'll be making more.